Africa Story. Produced and scripted by OGRAH Wisdom. A production of Ethics Media TV. Title: The Forbidding River. The forbidding river did not flow with water, but with the heavy, obsidian weight of everything forgotten. It moved with a slow, viscous churn through the canyon of the afterlife, its surface so dark it swallowed the light of the stars. Neri stood on the jagged bank, a lantern of cold iron in her hand. She was the keeper of the crossing, a woman who had spent lifetimes watching the current pull at the edges of the world. A man approached the bank, his footsteps muffled by the gray silt. His name was Kale, and he carried a satchel that seemed to weigh more than his own body. His eyes were wide, reflecting the void of the river. He had come from the world of noise and sunlight, seeking the one thing the river promised, an end to the haunting echoes of a life he could no longer bear to lead. Neri beckoned him toward her boat, a vessel carved from the heartwood of a tree that had never seen a spring. It sat low in the black current, unaffected by the ripples. As Kale stepped onto the wood, the boat groaned, sensing the density of his grief. Neri took up a long, silver-tipped oar, her expression unreadable in the lantern's flickering glow. "The price is not gold," Neri said, her voice like the grinding of stones deep underground. She watched the man settle onto the middle bench. "The river demands a memory you cherish most. To cross to the silent shore, you must leave behind the light that makes the darkness so hard to endure. If you keep it, the river will sense the warmth and pull us both into the deep." Kale clutched his satchel to his chest. Inside was the memory of a woman's laughter in a sunlit kitchen and the scent of rosemary on a summer wind. It was the only thing that kept his soul from shattering, yet it was the very thing that made his current existence an agony of longing. He looked back at the shore they had left, but it was already dissolving into the mist. As they reached the center of the river, the water began to hum. It was a low, vibrating sound that resonated in their teeth. The black liquid started to rise in small, questing peaks, reaching for the heat of Kale's hidden memory. Neri gripped the oar with white-knuckled intensity, her muscles straining against the sudden pull of the current. Shadowy shapes began to swirl beneath the surface, faces of those who had tried to cross but couldn't let go. They were the unfinished, souls who had chosen to drown with their treasures rather than arrive empty-handed. Kale saw a hand reach out from the depths, its fingers made of ink and regret, brushing against the hull of the boat. "Decide," Neri commanded, her voice cutting through the river's hum. She saw the boat beginning to sink under the psychic weight of the satchel. The lantern's light was fading, the iron growing frost-cold. The forbidding river does not bargain. It only consumes. Give it the light, or become part of the dark. Kale looked at Neri, seeing in her eyes the countless souls she had ushered across. He realized she didn't just steer the boat, she bore the witness of every loss. He slowly opened the satchel. A soft, golden glow began to leak out, illuminating the grim boat and the terrifying water. It was a beautiful, agonizing warmth that smelled of home. With a cry that was half sob and half release, Kale reached into the light and cast it into the river. The golden glow hit the black water and was instantly swallowed. For a moment, the river turned a brilliant, searing white, and then it went silent. The heaviness in Kale's chest vanished, replaced by a hollow, terrifying lightness. The boat glided forward into a shore of white sand that felt like powdered bone. Neri stepped out first, her lantern now burning with a steady, neutral flame. She offered no comfort, for in this place, comfort was a concept that no longer existed. She simply waited for the man to find the strength to stand up in his new, empty self. Kale stepped onto the white sand. He looked back at the forbidding river and realized he couldn't remember why he had been so afraid of it. He couldn't remember the woman's face or the smell of the rosemary. He was finally free, a blank map ready for a country that had no name. Neri watched him walk away into the silver fog, then turned her boat back toward the living. Thanks for watching. Drop a comment. A production of Ethics Media TV.